and wined and dined in a manner befitting Spanish
Madame
nobility.
la Comtesse, seldom, too seldom, my house receives the presence of nobility.
Let the invitations go to everyone, not just the nobility.
He was born with the grace of true nobility. Well, it is the same with me.
Would you like a fine perfume suitable for nobility?
Hitler was in awe of the nobility, but he hated it.
For Brian's 8th birthday, the local nobility and gentry and their children.
Is there anything wrong, your nobility?
There'll be time for that later. First, you'll be shown your quarters and wined and dined in a manner befitting Spanish nobility.
Oh, wonderful, but go easy on the champagne. The Dinessa has...
Sir.
Welcome,
Madame la Comtesse.
Madame la Comtesse. Seldom, too seldom, my house receives the presence of nobility. And, of course, its friends, please.
On one condition. Let the invitations go to everyone, not just the nobility. The wars have brought sorrow on us all.
What do you...
Is coming here to act as lord and master of the place. He was born with the grace of true nobility. Well, it is the same with me. I was certainly not born an
Hello, Fred. Would you like a fine perfume suitable for nobility? No, thanks. We have a tall
Which was my family. Hitler was in awe of the nobility, but he hated it. That's why it's so ironic.
Thank you very much indeed.
For Brian's 8th birthday, the local nobility and gentry and their children came to pay their respects.
Inside is quite...
Is there anything wrong, your nobility? No.
It's over! Take your last breath with nobility.
You fool!
What?
It was claimed I was elevating the status of the old nobility.
So you got 10 years for a performance in a film?
You cry when you read Uncle Tom's Cabin. You plead with Malay over the nobility of toil. For weeks I've been listening to that slop and I'm...
Yes, and I never expected this. It shows nobility of character. But, where are the others?
There aren't any.
Remember, Philippe, nobility is born in the heart. Make love as if you don't care, and fart whenever you...
Being has ever had the might, nay, the nobility, to wield not one, but two.
Found himself enraptured by these tales, marveling at the courage and noble deeds of the great saints.
Who transcended nationality. Someone with a natural nobility who was classless, and who proved in the last year that she...
Stare death in the face and to cheat it? Come on, there's nobility in that. It's like being knights.
You English, you're such assholes.
Columbus forced nobility to hard labor. He treated them equally with Indians.
I'm sure our name once had a von Breslau. That's Prussian nobility.
That's where I've heard it. Yeah, too bad, Mildred. The von doesn't count when you're born in the States.
To command respect. No matter what, he maintained a certain nobility about him. At least in the eyes of those few sensitive enough to look.
They weren't after the money. They captured the nobility of human suffering.
It was a great shot in Spain.
Dad, a 5% mortgage and you rent the top room. Look, I gotta live in Manhattan to be a player. There is no nobility in poverty anymore, Dad. One day you're gonna be proud of me. You'll see.
Mankind. Is it? When you squeeze the nobility, it's the peasants who feel the pinch.
It's not my concern. Why should I stick my...
Like that is very rare indeed. Only used on nobility business. What would a plate like this be doing in the hold of a...
Fend a dying horse. Nobility is not a birthright. It's defined by one's actions.
Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I have been a rich man and I have been a poor...
Is to acknowledge both her frailty and the nobility of that frailty. We announce to the darkness that we will not be diminished.
The nobility of England.
The nobility of England, my lord, would have snored through the Sermon on the Mount, but you'll labour like scholars over our bulldogs.
Cannot quite quell their longing for something higher. The playwright finds nobility in the most squalid corners and poetry in the most callous...
Deadly bee stings, my heart just leapt! I've known from the very first book that misery had to be born of nobility, and I was right.
Yeah.
Laugh, laugh, Lafont. For these barbarians, pigs may be the symbol of nobility, huh? Whose turn now, Sardis?
They feel it's your Saxon way of mocking their nobility.
Nobility lies in the man, my prince, not in the towel.
Have you any idea?
For over 16 years, they know me. They know what I endured at the hands of the nobility. They will listen to me. I am certain of it.
Royalty, nobility, the gentry, and...
What are we gonna do now? Do you believe in the nobility of suicide?
No. But if you want to...
Mrs. Wheeler, I can't agree with you. Every man at birth is endowed with the nobility of a king. The stain of the world soon makes him forget even his own birthright.
What the bloody hell does that mean?
It means my nobility obliges me to recognize the virtue of an exceptional cult.
And a footprints upon the great legacy of the Bartok clan. Your only achievement was being born into nobility. And you somehow...
Noble in being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self.
Toulur, Baron Francois Toulur. Father was a French industrialist, mother was Italian nobility. He never met her, but he inherited her title.
Remember it all. Nobility, the kind of nobility that continues just because it continues to exist, has become...
To you, I can't say anything. If you remember some deed of heroism, some touch of nobility, tell about it.
Of course, everyone knows the familiar stories of Titanic. You know, the nobility of the band playing to the very end and all that. But what I'm interested in are the untold stories.
Why? Why, my lord?
Marriages of the nobility are affairs of state. I was wrong to encourage you, Percy. The king in his greater wisdom wishes you to...